Hey, you guys! Thanks for listening into this episode of Tips with Tea. On today, I have Miss Kaitlyn with us. Hey, Miss Kaitlyn, how you doing today?
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm great.
Well, thanks for being on the show. So, tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do.
Sure. So, I am a marketing agency owner. I created the company a little over 7 years ago, and we specialize in helping small to medium sized service based businesses grow their reach through digital marketing strategies. So, website updates, search engine optimization, email marketing, social media, any of that we can help with.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, I'm so glad you're on the show today. So today, what we're gonna be talking about is, and my notes just went away off of my screen. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Um, but we're gonna pull it together. We are gonna pull it together. So while I'm trying to pull up the notes, tell us how was your journey of becoming an entrepreneur?
I feel like it's like everyone's, right? It's a roller coaster. Some days are great, some days are harder than others. So I started in 2014. I graduated with a degree in marketing, looked for a job everywhere except for where I am now, and then found one. And then I found my first job off of Craigslist. That was for a local dermatology group, helped them rebrand in the first 6 months. And it was the easiest interview that I had ever been on and helped them rebrand, like I said, implemented a new website, social media, SEO, email, and blogging for them. And then the other half of my job was going out and meeting people who did refer or who could refer. And over the 2.5 years that I was there, I helped them double in size. So when I started, they had 10 offices. When I left, they had 20. And I just felt like I had reached a plateau, wanted to help other businesses grow. So I started working mornings, nights, and weekends after I got my first client, which was a family friend. She referred me to some other people. And then I got into daytime networking, and that was kind of the catalyst that helped me put in my notice. It took me a little over a year, and then I just hit the ground running.
Awesome. So why did you actually decide to start a business? Um,
Yeah, I started. A lot of people are like, why didn't you just go with another agency? And I don't know why I just didn't think about that. So I just felt like I had helped the dermatology group grow, so I could help other businesses grow too. And I just started. My first client referred me to my second client, and then that client referred me to another one. And then I got into those leads groups and the networking groups, and then it kind of took off from there. So it wasn't as easy as how I'm making it seem right now. There are definitely a lot of bumps in the road, but that's kind of like the everything in a nutshell.
awesome. So since you said it wasn't easy, what are some things that you think you would have did differently? Um, that you know now due to all the bumps in the road.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things I always say is listen to your gut. I wish I would have listened to my gut more. There was a client in the beginning and they just treated me really poorly for whatever reason, and I just kind of stuck through it instead of saying, you know what, I just don't think this is a good fit anymore, and wishing them all the best. So I would have done that. I would have probably gotten more advice on hiring. We've had some really great team members, and we do have some really awesome team members, but it took me a long time to learn how to ask the right questions and find the right fit for certain positions because we had a lot of good people, but maybe they weren't necessarily in the best fit that was for them.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess what strategy did you use to help you transition from, you know, your full-time job to being a full-time entrepreneur? What strategy did you use, or did you find helpful to help you get out of that? Since you didn't want to work for nobody anymore, you want to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest piece of advice that I would give that I actively did was I stayed and I worked
Mhm.
through when I was building my company. So it's a lot easier if things don't work out, which they won't. Not everything's going to work out. It's a lot easier to have a job and have something that you're working on to provide you consistent income instead of just kind of dropping it right away. So I think that helped me to leave my job and to grow. And then the other thing too is when I left my job and put in my notice, I thought I was either going to get fired right away or I would at least be able to work those 2 weeks and get my last paycheck. But
Mhm.
a third option happened, and the doctor in charge of the practice, he ended up hiring me for a year through my new company. And so I just think it's just a testament to never burn bridges and just make sure that you leave relationships in really great standing because you never know when you'll see that person again.
Mhm. Yeah, that's completely true. I know a lot of people they'll just go ahead and quit, but make sure you have, I guess I would say, a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You have some type of plan in place. Um, if you do want to transition from being a full-time employee or to being a full-time entrepreneur, some type of plan has to be in place. And then some people they like to still have the cushion of some type of income coming in other than their business, because we can do have slow moments. I do have a friend, she decided, because she does have a full-time job, that maybe that she was just gonna, at the end of the year, she's no longer going to do her business because she done got a promotion, and she's traveling more and stuff like that. So just I my thing is just to always have some type of plan, in mind. Don't just you know go or jump off a whim. With some people, they do, and
Mm-hmm.
it works out for them, but everybody else is not too much the same, because we all have to live, we all have bills. So I'm glad you did mention that, because a lot of people don't really take that into consideration about having a plan in place when it comes to transitioning from a job to being an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
um so what are some of the services that are you are offering now currently?
Yeah, so we specialize in service based companies. So, what that means is doctors, attorneys, tree trimmers, roofers, basically anyone that has a service based company. And what we offer is a strategic plan to help them grow and reach their goals. So, could mean a new website design, it could mean updating the website that they have, doing search engine optimization, which is also known as SEO, which is how you're found on Google, social media management, email marketing, Google business profile updates, reputation management, and coaching as well. So it's kind of the full package as far as growth focused and managing clients to help them reach their goals and grow their clientele.
Awesome. So I know you was mentioning something about um up like the actual strategic plan. So when someone comes to you, what should they be willing to bring to you in order for them to get put on the right path? Like what type of things do they need to have, so
Mm-hmm.
that they could be prepared on what type of services they're about to render?
Well, a lot of people don't really know what they need. It varies. Some people are like, "Hey, this is what I want. We've been working with a company. I want you guys to do a better job than them, which is why we're looking at you." Or
Mhm,
other people are like, "I have no idea what I need. Here are my goals, and I want you to help me reach them."
mhm,
So, if I think first of all, it's knowing, well, it comes down to a couple different steps. Number one is your brand. So if you have a brand set, then we can check that off of the list, and that means your logo, colors, consistent fonts, all of that. Number two would be your website. Do you have a website? Is it a good representation of your company? Is it built really well? Is it organized? Does it have calls to action on it? Does it showcase all of your services? Has it been updated? A lot of websites that we see haven't been updated, and this person doesn't work there anymore, or we have 5 new projects we need to add. So that's step two. And then step three is the monthly marketing. So you need to check both of those things off before you get into the monthly marketing. And not a lot of people realize that. So I think it's having an open mind. We do also offer a free 30-minute call. So that's where we kind of get to know the business and what that company is looking for. And then we put together a strategy based on that. We normally have a second meeting and then a proposal meeting that we custom tailor. But the things that someone should bring to the table are, these are my goals. Here's what I've done so far. Here's what I have for marketing. Here's what I want to accomplish. Here's my budget, and here's my timeline. So we're gonna ask all of the rest of the questions, but I think having all of those things lined up is a really great start.
awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Caitlin, for being on the show today. I highly appreciate you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share your social media handles and your contact information, and you can tell our listeners how they can get in contact with you if they would like to.
Sure. So this is our website. It's southstreetmarketing.com. You can reach out to us on Facebook, my personal LinkedIn, which is listed, our company LinkedIn, or our Instagram account at southstreet_co. And if you're just interested and want to learn more information, our email's on there too. It's hello@southstreetmarketing.com, but you can also fill out any form on our website and then we'll get it. But thank you so much for having me.
Thank you again for being on the show. And if you guys want to get in contact with me, feel free to do so. My number is 910-317-0396. You can shoot me an email at contact@mjfinancial.biz. You can schedule a consultation on my website at www.mjfinancial.biz. You can find this episode on Anchor, you guys, and you can also find the playback for this video on the YouTube channel as well. So thank you once again, Miss Kaitlyn. I highly appreciate you for being on the show today.
Yes, thanks for having me, T. Great to be here.
And all right, you guys, we will see you on the next episode of Tips with T.